Today was day one on the job for Oklahoma's new state superintendent, Lyndall Fields.
The Department of Education sharing these new pictures of Fields as he introduced himself to staff at the Oklahoma State Department of Education today. The department also telling us Fields will be hosting town halls and one-on-one meetings with the public in the coming week.
They tell us he wants to ensure every voice is heard in shaping the future of Oklahoma education. And tonight, we've already learned new leadership is shaking up some of the staff former State Superintendent Ryan Walters brought into the department.
So News 4's Spencer Humphrey is joining us with the latest on that. Spencer?
Yeah, earlier this week, we learned Walters' highly paid Texas-based chief advisor would not be returning to OSDE. And tonight, another domino has fallen, this time one of Walters' controversial appointments to a textbook committee.
Good. What's that word?
From educators to legislators, we've been hearing a pretty consistent wish list.
What would be a great thing for the Department of Education that it's not making the news every day, that they're just doing the job, doing the work.
They hope State Superintendent Lyndall Fields will run the Oklahoma State Department of Education drama-free.
We want normal. We don't want headlines.
Some hope Fields begins that by clearing OSDE staff of former State Superintendent Ryan Walters' more controversial political hires.
And he's going to have to assess very quickly those that are here to help the state move forward and get our schools back on track, and those that were here as a political favor to Ryan Walters. And I don't think it would be that hard to sort that out.
And we told you that process began the day Walters left office, when OSDE staff told us Walters' highly paid chief advisor Matt Langston would not be returning. Governor Stitt also confirming that Thursday, saying Langston
is no longer at the agency.
More changes Friday when we learned State Superintendent Fields removed Kendra Wesson from her post as chair of the state committee in charge of reviewing textbooks, replacing her with himself. Former State Superintendent Walters previously appointed Wesson to chair that committee after Governor Stitt removed her from the state school board in the midst of his falling out with Walters earlier this year. Stitt says there will likely be more departures where those came from.
Sure, there's going to be some turnover. There's going to be people that are moving on, and then there's going to be some new faces in that organization.
For some educators, the wish list of changes grows beyond just staff.
Going back and looking at a lot of these empty mandates that was going to be forced upon us, I hope he does take a look at all of them.
Things like OSDE's curriculum partnership with PragerU, the Bible mandate, or that library book review committee Walters appointed controversial Libs of TikTok social media influencer Chaya Raichik to sit on. Superintendent Fields says he'll evaluate it all.
We will assess all of the contracts to look at their value, what value they're bringing to the students of Oklahoma.
And Governor Stitt says that'll take some time because until now, under Ryan Walters' leadership,
well, we've had no transparency. We don't know exactly what's happening inside the agency. That's why we have a team. We've got all these smart people around us that are going to go in there and look at everything, look at every contract, look at every vendor, look and see what's happening.
And tonight, we've also learned the state school board will likely be hosting a special called meeting next week, which would be their first meeting with Fields now in charge. We'll let you know when a date, time, and location and agenda for that meeting are finalized.